Hello everybody, this is Sapphire Every Night. This is an update video because I never do parkour unless it's an update video because I suck at parkour. Quick random note, I have the Twitch cape because I finally remembered, oh yeah, sometime in July it actually comes in. So I now have the Twitch cape. I do not have the TikTok cape because I installed TikTok just to try to get the cape. Failed to get the cape even after doing what it said to do to get the cape. So I gave up on the cape, and I've since uninstalled TikTok because I don't use TikTok. No offense to TikTok users, it just doesn't interest me. So this is a quick update video. I am not going to do the parkour because I get distracted easily, and I'm pretty sure, much as it would be amusing to watch me fail at parkour, because I would be failing at parkour, I would get distracted with the jumps, especially if I actually make it onto the house, because I always fail at that slime jump. I always do. So, quick update. I've actually have to change devices. If anyone saw the community post, I did my black MSI, which was gifted to me by my brother-in-law, who's awesome because he helped me build my current desktop and make sure I have all the files saved that could be saved, and gave me the opportunity to save a file that was on my white MSI before we returned that, which was the previous laptop before I started recording YouTube. Basically, the black MSI died, but I have most of my files. Two things did not get saved, ignoring Wonderdraft and Dungeondraft because I did not check if those files got saved. It's not the end of the world if they didn't get saved, it'd be just sad because I have some Wonderdraft files that were my first files for Wonderdraft, but technically speaking, I think some of them I did sketch into FilePacker, so I do kind of have a copy illegitimately. But basically, long story short, Clangen, aka Luxland, has ended at episode 17 because I never recorded episode 18. Just never happened. I just kept putting it off. Fun fact, I recorded 20 episodes of Universe Sim, getting addicted to Universe Sim instead of recording Clangen, and then after editing up to the point where I have to record Clangen, I spent 3 days not recording Clangen, and then the 4th day, which I was legitimately going to do before D&D, record Clangen. Nope, instead I had to go to my white MSI. Thankfully did not need the white MSI for recording D&D, even after it got postponed to Sunday. The only upside was about having the white MSI in its slowness of not being updated over a year and it's not going to get updated was I was able to open up Microsoft Office 2019, click on my Excel sheet for word count, try to open it through my current 365 account, did not want me to have access to it. I copied it, I have access to it, so I can now edit it without having to remake the file. Granted, I might remake some of that tab. I would show you, but I was trying to open it up earlier on OBS to show, with me trying to push it upwards a little so you can't see my name, but it refused to even show Excel exists. So that's not happening. Basically, I've not checked if Wonderdraft got ruined because I just barely remembered, oh yes, I should probably install that because that's something I can just randomly do while I wait for D&D or do later tonight while waiting to see if we have a game night or not, because it's Friday. And Fridays we occasionally have game nights, 2 of which I've recorded and will be an end of the month special because, as I said, I've only recorded 2 of them. They don't happen constantly. I might check if it's going to continue with my DM and the other players. Because for all I know, we could just set up a game night without our DM. It's just bonding and being silly and shit. Random fun fact about the D&D group. I actually have met everybody but Cyfrost and Felis in IRL because we met at Job Corps. There's a bunch across the country. If I remember the map correctly, New Hampshire is the newest one. I know the one in Vermont is the only one to have a street going through it, and maybe the only one without a fence. I'm pretty sure most of them have a fence. Pretty sure most of them have a fence going around it. I know there's one in Hawaii. I remember when the fire happened in Hawaii, I was curious if it affected the one in Hawaii, but I never looked deep enough in to find out that affected. I just know the one in Hawaii, they're extra strict about making sure you're doing your trades and stuff and no shenanigans. And it's probably easier to get turned from that program. I know Job Corps is not for everybody, but I did think I did decent in it. It helped me become a bit more social. I still need work on being social. It's a fact, I know. I'm very introverted. Also very distractible because this is like my third attempt to make a short update video. And then I go on for a fucking hour. And that's way too much. Especially when I'm trying to make this be like the first video I have to edit under a different video editing program because I decided when I left the life of being a laptop user to go to desktop, I had decided I was working on the Black Dawn anniversary video, which was hell, by the way. That took way too many hours. I think that took me around 24 IRL hours working on it just nonstop over a couple days. Maybe a bit more, but if I remember correctly, that's the estimate I had. But I had decided that it's partly was because OpenShot sucks, and partly because I was using a laptop while it was sucking. OpenShot is a decent editing program. It's very simple. The biggest issue with OpenShot is one of the biggest issues I've had with it is the display. You can move around way too easily. And sometimes when I even like lock it, it still unclicks the lock button and it'll move stuff around by accident, which isn't great. The big pet peeve I have with it is the waveform. I like the waveform because I can see when I'm talking and when people are talking, so it makes it easier to tell when I need to cut or where I need to cut. And basically what would happen is after turning on the waveform, because it doesn't automatically display, it will only do it up to a section to the video. Depending on the length, it could be 10 minutes, it could be shorter, it could be longer. And the only way for the waveform to continuously be seen after activating it is to click cut where it ends or after a section when you realize you need to cut, which is a bit annoying that you have to cut to make the waveform to continue, which I've never known to be a thing. A decent update it did have with its last update was it added a way to delete the gap between two spots you cut out instead of having to drag it across. Because fun fact, that's one of the things that made taking the anniversary video for Tales of Razi take forever. I had to drag thing closer and closer to each other, and the update came out shortly after that. So that was something nice that they finally added. They also added more support ways. I think they added Discord. I think at first it was only like Reddit. I don't have it anymore because I didn't install it, but that's beside the point. But the point of the matter is, why I am making this video, because I'm going to be stating this during the two videos it affects also, is Spore and ClanGen, I have to restart. For ClanGen, the number count is going to start over, and it's just going to be labeled whatever clan it is, and then I will actually start doing titles, little titles with it being like, let's say it ends up being Flower Clan, a new beginning, Flower Clan, oh look, murder, oh look, babies. Or maybe it might be me quoting something I said in the video, or a thing that really stuck out to me. As for Spore, it's going to take the Universum way of life, and the number count is just going to keep going up. I'm probably going to discuss with Daedreman, aka Steven, if we want to restart as again as a omnivore or if we want to go herbivore, because I have decided the difficulty is going to be based on what type of creature we are. One is herbivore will be easy, omnivore is medium, and carnivore is hard. And whichever one we do, it will restart it as blind again. Might just be herbivore, because that was a pain, legit pain. I might just say no to the blindness, because after creature stage, the blindness doesn't get affected. From what little snippet I saw of tribal stage, it looks like we're no longer affected by blindness for view. Maybe I'll make a new challenge. I don't know. Quick note about niche. I kind of want to replace it. Granted, I feel that sometimes more ClanGen, but not always. Most of the time ClanGen is just like, ooh, cute kitties, but it's also very much click based. What I might just do is, basically, I think what's going to happen is niche either is just going to remain temporary until November when I'm guaranteed dog spy back, or we're supposed to get dog spy back through estimation of when he's supposed to finish up Drop Core. There's a small chance we might be doing Call of Duty. I need to talk to him about it being 3 versus maybe trying out 6, because that'll be out by the time he's out. Like, I don't care if I have to gift it for him for Christmas or something, because that could be a belated birthday present for myself because it comes out shortly after my birthday. Actually, how long is it after my birthday? Is it a week? Well, wow, I'm correct. I am correct. It literally comes out a week after my birthday. So I might talk to him about it being we try 6 because that one actually is 100% confirmed to be multiplayer instead of remote multiplayer or remote together, which I don't know how that works, but that'll be something I discuss with him. As for Daedra, he'll maybe have moved by then. I don't know when he's moving. I just know he's getting close to moving. I also need to talk to Deidre about the ability to record. I don't think he realizes I like having a buffer. And fun fact, ignoring the clan gen, if I had one more episode of Spore and Realms ready, aka recorded, I could actually get all of August done if I just sit down and do it for editing. So I might talk to him because he's still behind on getting videos made. If he'd be willing to do what I want to do and try to get a month's worth of recording done. Because if we can consistently have that for me, that'd be nice. And if we can get over a month's worth of content made, at least recorded, and if I get really ahead on editing, maybe we could try throwing Stardew Valley back into the mix. For most people, you probably won't have seen this. We briefly had, at least I briefly had Stardew on my channel, and then my friend Bubbles, who is an IRL friend that I've known since middle school. I'm trying to think if there was any way for me to know her during elementary school, and I don't think I could have known her from elementary school. I think she went in the other school from the district, or she moved in. I can't remember which. But yeah, she was initially gonna join us. I didn't have Joja, the Joja playthrough set up properly for us to have 3 people. I only had it set up for 2 because I wasn't thinking about that. So we went to restart our save. She was available for like one night, and then Steven, being Steven, thought, oh, we need her to play with us always. Just like how we always need Dog Spy for Wrath, which is a bit of annoying of a mindset. It's something that's a pet peeve of mine against him. Because he put up a huge fit about Realm Season 1. To the point he did not use the 2 videos he could have recorded of us doing Realms for Season 1. Because he, technically speaking, recorded the first episode with me, and he had a chance to be recording the second episode. I get that we got distracted with Sky Factory. Technically speaking, I don't think we really should have even had the server up for Sky Factory at this point, because I thought he was getting a job immediately after he got out. He still has no job. And the fact that is, I get that he's helping his family get ready to move, but still his availability is, I'm occasionally free some days, but only after 8 p.m. EST, so that's not helpful. It really is not for recording base. And it's part of the reason why I have so many videos that I'm just like, yes, this is a solo series. But because he put up such a hissy fit about Season 1, that's why all of Season 2 and Season 3 thus far, ignoring that one little clip I'm going to be putting in for Episode 6, yeah, Episode 6, it has been together. Episode 6 basically was me, like, I went out exploring to find cherry trees. That's your little bit of spoilers. I went out to go find cherry trees. I suck at coordinates. Took me half hour or an hour. Really should have only took me 15 minutes at most to get there. It really should have only took me that long. But somehow, my terrible job of trying to understand coordinates took me way too long to find said cherry trees that were actually pretty close by. And apparently I can't read maps either, because I was trying to eyeball the map to roughly where I should be, and I went past it twice. And then I took a wrong turn towards the village that I rejected to be our trading village, because it's kind of holy. But yeah, there's some things I need to argue with Steven against, because we've done a lot of off-cam work. Granted, part of it was me, like, I'm bored. I'm just gonna quickly build one thing and flatten out shit and reorganize our animals. Spoilers for episode 6, I guess. I did off-camera work. Technically speaking, I did off-camera work that I finished up more or less after episode 6. while waiting for Daedra to be available, and while I was on the white MSI while waiting for this PC to be built. But Spore, I need to talk to Daedra about what we're doing. I might talk to the other people from our D&D group and see if they want to take part in the Spore, because I have to restart it. ClanGen, I will be starting up very soon, as in probably not long after I record this video. Maybe I'll edit this video first, then I'll record ClanGen. I don't care if I put it off a little bit further. As long as I get it done tonight, that's all that matters. The hope is, as long as I don't lose power tonight or tomorrow, or internet for that matter, is I'm going to be recording hopefully tonight and tomorrow, maybe a bit into next week, the last of the videos I need for this month, which is literally just 3 videos. It's literally the next episode of Spore, which I need to restart, Realms episode 7, and ClanGen episode 1 of I'll figure out the clan name when I get there. Quick note, if you want me to swap out certain games, because as you guys can kind of see, I'm kind of thrusting Universe Sim 2 to 3 times a week, because I like Universe Sim, it was fun for me. But games I have are Ark, Survival Evolved. I do not have ASA. The earliest I plan on getting ASA is when Extinction comes out, but I'll probably wait for Black Friday to see if it's gonna get lower than 30% off. If I have more people to play with than just myself, potentially Baldur's Gate's an option as alternative D&D, but if I do that, I will have the nudity off, because F having to remember to mark it as adult for one game. Maybe I'll do a few episodes of Balloon Tower Defense 6, or even 5, since I have that. I just don't have it installed. I have Chris Tales, which I know the rough storyline is just me having to remember timing. I remember watching a playthrough of that and having to be aware of you need to be ready to block before you even load in. So that's a slight worry. I have Cult of the Lamb, but I'm gonna wait on Cult of the Lamb till I either start up on Twitch, because eventually I plan to do some Twitch streaming. I just need to figure out my schedule better for that. Or if I have someone who actually also has Cult of the Lamb and wants to do a co-op play with me, because that is range up. You live in the house with me versus full multiplayer. If they had full multiplayer, I'll try to convince Daedra or Dog Spy. Don't Starve Together. If someone can help me figure out how to do Don't Starve Together multiplayer from long distance, I will be thankful to you. I'll even shout you out. I probably should do a shout video for the 2 people who commented on my videos as they subscribe. Let me do that. Let me look up the 2 people who did that. Let me thank both of you sincerely. New subscriber Quitted. I Quitted 65. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I will try to remember you when I get famous one day. And who was the one from Raft? And I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. I'm not the greatest with pronouncing things. Diction is bad with me. I learned how to read through. I learned to speak through reading. Back that I'm technically speaking hearing impaired. I just don't bother to wear my hearing aids most of the time because headphones make them go scree. Marianne, thank you also. I would do Raft weekly, if not do what I'm doing with with Realms, with it being once a week than twice a week. If I could. It's just a game I prefer to do multiplayer. But it's a game I prefer to do multiplayer because I don't know all the lore and I'm not the greatest at gaming. But hopefully once November hits, I can actually amp that up, and once we record more Raft again, I can hopefully make that be a weekly series again. I would like to do that because Raft's a fun game to play together, even if it's after a while it gets a little bit samey. But I can't promise we have 20 episodes pre-recorded. It's just waiting for Dog Spy to be free to record with us, and for Daedra to get a better recording schedule, I guess. But back to my point, if someone knows how to help me with getting Don't Starve Together running for multiplayer long range, I don't know what my issue is. I don't know if it was having issues with the laptop, or some weird glitch thing where I was trying to join the host and then I kept crashing out of the game from it. I technically speaking have the Forest and Son of the Forest. I don't play them. And the little bit I did play was with my brother-in-law and sister. Grand Theft Auto, 100%. All I would play is survivals or me robbing a convenience store of a melee on a world that's just for crew or friends, because I don't like interacting with the other people, especially with how many times there's hackers. The only time I ever have appreciated a hacker in GTA 5 is when playing survival, because they will just be like, oh yes, I can't die, and the rest of us are just like, we're dead, you're our saver, yay, we're gonna make all the money. I have the I've not updated it. I don't think it's even installed right now. I have not played that in forever. It's a mixed feeling game. Like, it's just like, I think they've made changes so you're less likely to be just sitting around waiting for your dinos to grow, but at the same time, it's full on. It feels like, oh, your best option is to be dino fighting each other for survival stuff, and the devs are just like, no, 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 it's a survival game. You don't need to fight each other. And the thing is, if it was that way, you need to add AI of other dinosaurs, not our AI, the AI of, oh look, this random dino that can pathfind. You need to add more of that for carnivores to hunt, so it's just not the herbivore players being hunted or other carnivore players being hunted, because it's really just like, oh, who can fight the best kind of thing slash grow fast, which really the best option I think was the Utahraptor before the updates came. I have Left 4 Dead 2. I cannot remember which one that is. I think I'm trying to confuse it with Serious Sam 4, but I don't think anyone in my D&D group slash recording group, they're the same thing basically, have that or either of those. I have Lethal Company. I'm not gonna play Lethal Company unless you guys really just want me to be sitting on the ship being like, guys, that door's a mimic, and failing half the time to inform people, hey, that's a mimic, unless you really want that. I have Meadow. I never actually even installed that, but seems like a decent game. Granted, that's a bit of a random one. I have Minecraft Dungeons. I will gladly show you guys the ropes of Dungeons while enjoying the soundtrack. Favorite song from the soundtrack? Creeperwoods. I have Minecraft Legends. I have not actually played that. I grabbed it because it was on sale. For the off chance I'd end up deciding to randomly play it. Niche, as I said, I kind of want to replace. It's probably going to 100% disappear once Raft hopefully goes back to being weekly. I have No Man's Sky, but I don't understand how to play that game, I don't think. Power World, I can play that with or without mod. If you want to see me struggle with puzzles, because I'm not the greatest with puzzles, granted, I've seen a playthrough of it. Portal and Portal 2. A game I'd forgotten about that I bought because I was interested in it at the time, and then by the time I installed it and shit, I got distracted with a different game, and have since forgotten why I wanted the game. Prison Architect. Craft, as I said, hopefully will come back full force in November, maybe December, hence when DocSpy becomes free. Serious Sam 4, same for Left 4 Dead 2. That legit probably is just from me playing with my brother-in-law and sister, and I don't have anyone in the D&D group that has the game as well, so I don't think I can play that by myself. Slime Rancher and Slime Rancher 2 are also games I have. I've actually never completed Slime Rancher fully. I wouldn't mind doing a clear-through run of Slime Rancher to get all the achievements. Same for dungeons, I'm missing a few achievements, but I've mostly completed dungeons. Slime Rancher 2 is still technically speaking early access, so we can witness me learning the game while enjoying the quality of life changes and getting lost. I'll try to remember what I did early on to get to certain spots, because it's been a while since I've actually full on played it. As stated, I have Spore and both DLCs, which is Creepy and Cute, which crashes me. I don't know why it was crashing me. I might try it again to see if it crashes me again on the second playthrough. If it doesn't crash me, I'll blame it 100% on the laptop. If it crashes me, I'm swearing off it, because I wasn't having no issues when I did not have it launched. Galactic Adventures, which is for Space Stage, I know for a fact should not crash me. Apparently I have Starbound, I forgot I have that. I think it was a game my sister really wanted me to play with her, and that's why I have that. Stardew Valley, I would like to play, but if I play it solo, it might end up being modded, and then I don't know what the fuck the length will be for each video. But if I can do it multiplayer, it's either going to be about 2 hours, or it's going to be about 15-minute videos with only the first episode, giving a welcome to the channel thing, because the plan is each day is an episode. I have Valheim. I forgot about Valheim. I'm not great at it, and I've not played that in months. A game I'm gonna have to reinstall, I just remember that I'm gonna have to reinstall, is Vintage Story. It's kind of Minecraft-esque. Vintage Story is kind of Minecraft-like. It's a bit more challenging. Granted, I rather play that multiplayer. I did have it was part of a server for my friend group, but it's after a while, for whatever reason, it would not let me get back on the server, and the server has since gone down, which I guess is fine because none of us were playing it. I have Wolf Quest and Wolf Quest Anniversary Edition. Only issue with that is, once again, it's really only my sister, my brother, maybe my brother-in-law, another friend that I have has it because I got him for him because I wanted him to play with me. He was also my main Dungeons player with me, but he currently does not have a laptop. I gave him my old Asus back before I moved on to MSI, and I say that because my white laptop was an MSI, my black laptop was an MSI, and my desktop says MSI on it, so clearly I like MSI. I also clearly like Razer because my white Razer mouse, which is a Rochi, is sitting on behind my monitor, and my Basilisk mouse is sitting on my new mat, and I don't remember what the keyboard is. I think it's Black Widow, and I have no idea what I don't remember what my headset is, but it is Razer. So I'm too early in the game for sponsors, but I know I like MSI and I like Razer, apparently. A miniseries I might eventually do is The Wear Cleaner. It's a free game. It's really cute, but it doesn't have enough content to be a long series, so it would be like a couple episode series or just like a maybe a live stream or something. It's not very long. I say this because I saw it on a Twitch live stream. Games I have that are not on Steam are literally just Minecraft, Vintage Story, which I need to reinstall. As I just remembered. ClanGen, which is an itch.io game, and then it's EA Apps, which is Sims 4, which is getting worse by the day with the bugs. Sims 3, which I wouldn't mind trying to do a play series of it. I just don't know how to do everything in Sims 3. I would have to look stuff up. I remember once, way back when I was younger, having a fever dream about maybe modding Sims 3, but I would have to look up how to do that, and I don't know if I want to do that just yet while my desktop is still very fresh. And then the other Sims game I have, because yes, of course, this can be Sims, is Medieval, which is a bit of weird Sims game. If you're wondering why Spore is on Steam and not EA, it's because the old EA app, what was it? I think it was Origin. Origin had this issue with me. I don't know how much of it was my internet and how much of it was just EA app sucks or Origin sucks. There will be times when, sorry, I hit my keyboard. There will be times when Origin would not load properly, and I could not see the games. It would just be a white screen. I don't know how much of that was sucky internet, and how much of that was Origin, but I saw that Spore was on sale on Steam. I'm pretty sure it was on sale. So I upped and decided I'm gonna buy it on Steam. And then I kind of questioned one factor of it was, would the DLC be connected if I had gotten it through Origin, later EA app? I have no clue. Like, that's the one kind of annoying thing. I have no way to tell if it would have been better if I got it on the EA app all the time or not. Quick minor note, I do have my tablet, I can draw again. The issue with this is that I need to learn how to tablet and get used to pen pressure. Because while I have used a tablet before with no screen, that was 2017. Actually, it was 2015 through 2017. School year, and I have not used the tablet since then. And I'm used to drawing on Firefox with no pen pressure because it was the little touchscreen on the, not touchscreen, I hate touchscreens. It was the little touchpad on the laptop that I was using to draw. No, I was not using a mouse, I was using the little touchpad. And obviously, the tablet has more room than that. I think what's gonna end up happening is I'm going to put the stability higher than what I usually have it as, which is 27, I believe, because that feels correct, just to make it mimic what my drawing style line speed was on the touchpad while I get used to using tablet. And as I get more used to it, I'll swap it back down to 27. I plan to do some more not Black Dawn series, it's Tales of Rosie now. I'm not used to it having a different name. 10 years writing it. Oh yeah, quick little fun fact. I, for some reason, was convinced, and I'm pretty sure I said it in the anniversary video, that third draft was coming out first quarter next year. That's a lie. It's last quarter of next year. It's in October. It's either the first week of October or literally the day before my birthday or the week in between that. What was I even saying? Oh yes. As I try to ignore the barking dogs. They're starting to calm down about barking. Tales of Rosie, I will make videos on sooner than later. I think instead of touching that behemoth of a file that's, I think, 4.5 hours long, I'm actually going to make something on their family tree to show I overcomplicated shit, and now I actually have no choice but actually use programs to actually do family trees for, because the only other option is to split it into tiny pieces to see the said family tree, because it's too big for the file. My canvas is too small. And the only other option will be shrinking the headshots. And I don't feel like doing that. Especially if I want to be somewhat detailed with it for my own reference. Not so much for the reader's reference, but my reference. As I make stuff overcomplicated and parts of the family trees touch in ways they weren't originally going to. As in, Slade, the antagonist, may or may have not made cats have kin from both ends, but they're not going to breed together because no incest. None. None. Screw that. But the anniversary, not the anniversary, the Black Dawn series, the Tales of Razi, as I was saying, will release in October of next year, by the midway mark before my birthday of next year, and not in February. I think what happened for that was I acknowledged that Corrupted Desires was going to finish around February. But I think at the time I was thinking, yeah, I'm gonna make all the chapters that I completed be weekly, and then when I hit the spots where it's literally storyboard, it's gonna be twice a week. I have decided against that because I just want to have a consistent schedule, which is kind of bad on my part. What I might try to do is to even that out, being fake chapters that are just storyboard of, here's what the storyboard said, here's what I thought I might do, or what the changes could have been, or me submitting, I have no idea the fuck what I was gonna do for writing it. What I might do is, if I can get myself to actually write Price of Corruption, start on Price of the Lost, which is the first book of it, which might get a new name, maybe. I don't know. I might have that get started being posted on the days, or maybe the Saturday, the day after those chapters that are not full chapters, so just storyboard, are being posted, and then I don't know, maybe it'll be every other week. Depends how much writing I get done before then. AKA, I need to get back into writing instead of writing a chapter every other month. Actually get back to preferably at least 2 chapters a month, if not weekly, even if they are shorter chapters, just to get back in the habit of writing. But yeah, trying to think if there's anything else. If those of you who are on my DeviantArt, which is linked in my description of every video, there's a comic on there right now for the prologue of the third draft. That might hit a snag once it's time for page 6 if I'm not used to tablet fast enough, because I need to finish page 6, which thankfully all I have for page 6 left actually is backgrounds and coloring. So hopefully that won't be a problem for that page. It'll be actually page 7, which I have to redo because I I drew the whip of page 7 based off the comic version of the previous attempt of the prologue, which meant page 7 is wrong. So when I go to re-whip that, I'm going to whip the rest of the pages. And if you're wondering what whip is, it's work in progress. Once I get all that roughed out, I'll post on DeviantArt how many pages there will be, and then get pages 7 through whatever amount of pages the prologue will be done. The most interesting thing is going to be me trying to learn how to draw a dog when I don't draw dogs normally, and while I was learning to use tablet. I'm assuming that's gonna be very interesting because there's almost no way for me to get around it outside of just putting the text of it. And I probably should show at least one panel of a dog. Maybe I'll commission someone for that page. Maybe. Probably shouldn't, but I might. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? Pretty much no. So if you have any thoughts, suggestions of what videos you kind of want to see for games, let me know. As in, when I mean videos for games, I mean what games would you like me to do at least a mini series on for the channel, and I'll poke it. If there's games that I mentioned that not mentioned that you think I would like to play or you like to see in the channel, let me know. If I don't have it, I'll look into it. There's just no guarantee I'll get it immediately. That might be a next year thing. But yeah, if you like the video, comment, subscribe. I don't know how often I'll do update videos in the future because it's just me rambling a mess and trying not to ramble on for too long, and then I do it for too long. Actually, how long is this video? Fuck me, it's an hour. Let's see how shorter than an hour I can make this, but I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully I fix my schedule so I can have consistent videos for you guys. Bye!